Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of May. Thank you very much for joining us here. I hope you have a lovely reading and supporting this channel is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for the support that you give this channel here. Let's get straight in here with the overall energies for you. Four of Pentacles. So the overall here is you've built up this strength within you over this over this last sort of like a month or so, coming out of your birthday season as well. You've built up this strength, and it's sort of saying here, don't give it away too easily. It could be a case where you're holding on too tightly. That could well be for some of you, not being able to sort of like let go and progress. And I don't think it's tied into power. I think it's tied into security in that respect. But for the majority, I think it's more of a case of sort of saying, don't just allow yourself your empowerment to be taken away from you, because I think it's a really good position that you've taken over the last few months here. Okay, so let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. 10 of Swords. Something is done and dusted in your life in regards to relationships. This could well be stepping into that power. Stepping into that power may mean that past relationships, because you've stepped into that power, some people may not appreciate you doing this, and it's like certain relationships are done and dusted, and it's like your karmic path is a way to realize that something's done and it's over with, and that pain has come to an end. It's the end of it. It's no longer present within your life. And this is where you sort of like holding on too tightly could well be the case and stuff like that, or just sort of like don't allow people to take the power away from your dreams and aspirations for your relationships that you've got in the future. On your in the first week, it's okay. So this could well be the case here. In the first week of May, it could be a case of things are coming into your life that making you realize and giving you that vision. It's like someone within relationships could say something that make you kind of go, oh, I now see clearly why you're like that. And that's why you need to hold on tightly or not necessarily give away your power. It's giving you that vision of how people interact with you in the first week here in regards to who you are and what you're doing, basically. In the second week, it's going to make you see things in a different light. And as you see things in a different light, you may even sort of start realizing, because this is your karmic path, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going through pain. It's like there's something that needs to come to an end, or it's the karmic path is sort of saying to you, you should realize that it is the end already. It's the past. So this hangman here is being able to see things in a different light, in a different way in the second week in regards to your relationships that are around you. And I think this comes out of that intuition, that sort of thing that seems to be coming through, that people are, the universe is trying to help you here as well. It's giving you that sort of, you may even hear someone say something whilst you're thinking something as you're talking to someone, and it may help you to realize, and this is where the intuition comes in, where intuition is using lots of different aspects of life in order to give us a vision about what's going on or where we're going and stuff like that, or that sort of clear vision in the interior. It's not just one thing, and it's connecting with the things around you. It's going to give you that sort of clear vision in order to see things in the second week, where all of a sudden you're going to start seeing things in a completely different light. In the third week, you've got the Devil. Now, everybody in the third week, there seems to be something coming in from the outside, coming in the world around us, emotionally, relationship sides within the world around us, which gives us a realization, and this is between the 14th and the 21st of May, basically, And I think this is where you might see things differently, and you might see how either the situation in the world around you may be sort of like possessive on you, emotional blackmail, to follow a political point of view, or a conflictual point of view, or to do with conflict and stuff like that. And I don't think you're going to buy it here. I think the devil as well, on the flip side of it as well, is the devil he provides that light. He's the light bearer. He brings light to the situation, which helps you to see things clearly. The devil doesn't lie. That's one of his weaknesses. And because he doesn't lie, he's not going to trick you in a way. We trick ourselves. The devil just sort of says, oh, look at this path, look at that path. Which one you going on? And, the temptations are there, but you're the only one who decides to take that temptation. And I would be wary about the outside world and being too influenced by the outside world, basically, within this month, and certainly within the third week. Try and keep your anger under control. It may blow up a situation which may make a certain relationship dead and done and dusted, over with. And that's what could happen in the third week. I think it's a good thing for you, funnily enough. I think it provides for you a lot of understanding about yourself and a lot of understanding about the relationships that are around you, and helps you to see things in a different way. Yeah, it does. I really think it's a good thing. I think this is really good for you, Aries. It may not see it at the time. It's like when you get like a splinter in your finger, and you got to get that splinter out because it's quite painful, but it's not causing, it's not open wound, so it's not a problem as per se, but it is causing you pain. And then to get it out, you've got to open the wound. And that's what this sort of scenario is sort of saying here. But then once the splinter's out, it's kind of like, that's so much better. And it's going to free you up to actually start, by the end of the month, of really start of getting back to being that joyous person. So there's a complicated situation which is brewing around you more than anything in regards to your relationships that needs to be dealt with. And once it's dealt with, you're going to be as happy as anything. Let's see what's going on in your material side of your life. This is your job, business and projects. So your karmic message here is to understand the longer term plan, the idea of planting a seed, allowing that seed to germinate, nurturing the plant, getting the fruit ready, harvesting the fruit, transforming the fruit into jam. There's a whole process going on before you can actually have your jam on your bread. And it's understanding that process here. And I think this comes in for you, and it's going to have that sensation of, I'm advancing in my life. It's going to give you that as you learn about a lot of things about your job. So it's how you invest in your career path, and understanding that your career path may not be like a rocket taking off. It's understanding the cycles of how you progress and get involved in the company and gradually build on that career path. Or on the same thing with your businesses, it's a case of, buying, if you bought in a load of product to sell in your shop, a load of items to sell in your shop, before you sold them, you may think to yourself, yeah, it wouldn't be Aries thinking this, but, you think to yourself, look, I could sell all of these, and wow, I'm going to sell all of these. And understanding that it's a harder or longer process that success will bring you. And it's over time that success will bring you. But it's enjoying that moment, enjoying the creation of your success over time, I think you will enjoy. In the first week is out with the old and in with the new. Done and dusted is a little bit like that as well. So it could be a case of here as a moving job, changing your business structure. And so you're moving on from one aspect of your business onto a new business aspect of your business, or starting a project. But whatever it is, it comes out of the idea of being passionate about life. for you. And it gives you, that passion is going to give you that clear vision. And that clear vision is about that longer term plan as well. And the Queen of Swords has taken the emotions out of it. Sort of the emotions of sort of love and stuff like that, and being much more practical about things, which ties into that logical revolution which we saw on the collective reading as well. And all of a sudden in the second week, and this comes from your past, as if like what you've done in the past is going to give you that clear vision of going forward. And on the third week, as I say, it's complicated that third week. There is a blip in the system. I'm going to be doing a reading as we get closer to this, actually. And this blip in the system is, out of all of this, that one person is holding that one staff, that one rod. And that's what the Ace of Rods is all about. And this is you. And I think this is where you're learning about that longer term cycle. You've got that vision of where you're going, and you're learning about creating that sort of abundance and wealth within you through your passions of, this is what I want and I'm going to go after and get it. And also what you're leaving behind there is that Four of Wands. So you're moving from one dimension to the other, and the old dimension just didn't suit you. Whichever the situation is moving into a new job or developing a new business and stuff like that. This month here is a realization month for you, and moving on. And that's what I'm calling May, moving May, because things are really starting to move on, and you seem to be starting to move on. And you've got the Ace of Cups at the end of it. So you've got two aces on this side. So that passionate idea of coming in, of going for that career path, going for that new job, or sending off that application and stuff like that, starting that new business, whatever it is, it's giving you that clear vision and giving you that learning curve about being the best example of yourself and searching into your passions. And all of a sudden, by the end of the month, you're going to be able to offer up your pure heart energy to the material world, and the world or the universe will be also offering it up to you at the same time. And it's like two cups coming together. And what with the socializing on the material, on the relationship side as well, I think you're going to feel really good about it. Let's just do a bit of clarification here. With the Four of Pentacles, you get this Strength card. I think it's not giving it away. I don't think you're holding on too tightly. I think you should just like stick to your guns in a way. That's what the overall energy is here, is sort of saying here. Stick to your guns, stick to the assurance and the strength within you. Quell those doubts that you might have about your future. With the Ten of Swords, you got the Five of Swords, already halved. It's basically walking away from a situation, a conflict. This is what your learning curve for this month is here in your relationships, is walking away from conflicts that do not serve you. And that's what it's realizing. It might be painful, but you're realizing that it's done and dusted and it's over with. And this is going to provide a lot of information for that sort of that intuition that is within you. And your intuition is the Three of Cups. This is what we got at the top here. This is what you're driving towards. And you're going to know it within you at the beginning of the month. And as you know it's within you, you might just have to look at things in a different way in order to get there. And you got the Page of Wands, so it's realizing how to apply. I thought we had the Page of Wands, but it isn't. It's the Ace of Wands there. The Page of Wands is applying or experimenting with your passions, basically. A very childlike energy in a way. And that, seeing things differently is going to make you seeing things differently in regards to your passions, basically. Within your relationships that are around you in the second week, so going from the 8th through to the 14th, and exploring your passions, to see how it sort of fits in a different way. With the Devil, you've got the Magician. Oh, wow, that's really, really powerful. The creation of a new dimension, the creation of that new social happiness out of something that seems to be a little bit obsessive or controlling upon your life. And as I say, this could be something that's happening in the human world. I saw it on the monthly readings as well. So it could be something that's coming through that as well. That's in the third week. It's going to jolt everybody. It's not just you. It's going to jolt everyone. But you have the capacity and the magic in order to get through that very quickly. As long as you don't allow your anger to get hold of you. And this is where you've got to be strong and true to yourself and don't give things away. All of a sudden, you're going to be going into a very, very sort of happy, celebratory sort of social environment that is around you. Two of Swords. Talk about difficult choices. And the Two of Swords. I'm not sure it is here. I think this is here is sort of saying, it's almost sort of saying it's a bit of a no-brainer. There's no real choices to go. If she stays on that seat, that sea is eventually going to take her. If she just takes her bandage off and see things in a different way, like with the Hangman, all of a sudden she's going to realise that land is behind her, and she can just go over to that land, over to new horizons, basically, within her life. Okay, and talking about new horizons, I'm going to be doing some live readings with a fellow tarot reader, Victoria, who's got a channel called Veritas Tarot, which is linked in the description below. It's universe just sort of seemed to put us together in order to do this. It's going to be great fun. But in order to, you can ask questions, and both of us are going to be answering it. But in order to ask questions, you're going to need to subscribe to Veritas Tarot, and you'll get all the information if you go over to that channel there and see Victoria. Do say hello to her for me when you get over there. She's a wonderful person. Does some wonderful readings. So yeah, get over there and sort of see that. But within your relationship side here, yes, there may be some sticky times here, but I think it's a real no-brainer, and you know what sort of brings the best out of you and brings the best out of life, and I would be heading towards that if I was you. On the Page of Pentacles is a change of fortunes coming your way, and I think we can see that with the Ace of Cups. And this change of fortunes is because you know what you want to invest in regards to your job, your business, and your project. You know where you want to go. You know what you want. You know how to get it as well, and how it's going to grow over time. And this is going to change this outlook for you in regards to your business and your projects and stuff like that. With the Ace of Wands, you get the Knight of Swords, heading off on a mission, out with the old and in with the new. Real passionate ideas coming through, which is going to kind of send you off. It's like a realization that kind of going, oh wow, that would be a really good business. And then that's it, you're off. You're off and you're running. You've got a clear vision of where you're supposed to be going in the second week. Yes, I do believe you need to hold on tightly and get through this. Five of Wands stage here, which is a learning process of how to be your best and be your higher self. That Ace of Wands that's going to take you on to the Ace of Cups. And it's a realization of a mission for you in that first week. With the Queen of Swords is the Four of Wands. As I said on this card here, you're leaving those Four of Wands behind you. You're leaving a paradigm which is illogical and moving into something that is very logical. We're there already now. And this is what Moving May is all about. And as you go through that portal, you're going to have that clear vision going forward, which is going to make you stand head and shoulders above the rest in regards to your sort of passions. You got the Two of Wands. It's freeing yourself from that old dimension to plan for the future. And as you plan for the future, the Two of Wands, she's got that one wand that's already standing there. So it's almost like accomplishments that are already done. And now with those accomplishments, what are you going to do? And then you've got to take that one wand, that Ace of Wands there, and start moving forward and into a whole new world. And I think this is where the offering of what you're giving out there, but also what the world around is offering you is going to be really good. It's going to be really beautiful for you. It's going to make you feel like the King of Cups. You've got a lot of assurance, a lot of plain sailing, basically. You know where you're going in regards to your business. This Ace of Cups is almost like this is where the final offering really comes concrete in your life, and it's going to make you emotionally very secure about your future, and also give you that sort of plain sailing going forward, that steady growth towards success, that change of fortunes within you. There you go, Aries. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, we did do the collective reading on our channel, which you will going to have a look at, because it talks about that third week as well, I think, in that sort of that collective monthly reading as well. Yeah, so I hope you got the best out of this reading. Thank you very much for the support for this channel, subscribing and etc. In the meantime, Aries, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.